Hello everyone, I want to do a project for the Let's Journal prompt in the Facebook group, the Mixed Media Emporium, and for anybody that wants to follow along with our prompts and challenges, I'll leave the link to the Facebook group in the description box below. Now I want to work in my Daphne's Diary journal today. I've got this journal that I started in the autumn and I've only got a few pages left to fill, but I was hoping that I might be able to use some more of this poster. You can see that I've used part of it already, but there are still some beautiful parts of this that I'd like to use. To make this page easier to deal with, you can see that I've trimmed the bottom off, and I think I'd like to start off with this girl. I think she's the perfect shape and size for me to add to this page here. I think colour-wise as well, she'll work really well. As you can see, I've cut this up. I've allowed myself a little bit of a border. I still want to be able to see some of this beautiful foliage from the background and the cream that's on the sides. I do think I'm just going to ink around the edges. I'll just use some frayed burlap for that, and then I'll glue that down. So much better inking around the edges. I don't know whether you can see, just gets rid of that horrible white scruffy edge. A really easy page here. Let's just pop that into the journal, and of course my pages are loose leaf, and I'll leave the link to the tutorial showing how I made the journal for anybody who's watching for the first time. But I love that page. I think it works really well next to this one here. Let's just pop last week's butterfly tag back in its rightful place. For anybody who wants to know, this image here was from a poster in issue number 7, 2022. I've still got quite a few of the images left. I've got some odd bits and pieces here as well, so I'm just going to have a quick flick through my journal and see if there's anywhere else I might be able to use these before I put it away. Now, before I do that, I just want to see if I can add my own touch to this page. I've got a paint pen here. This is an acrylic paint writer by ZSCM. I reviewed these about a year ago. Haven't used them very much, but the colour of this one here is absolutely perfect. So what I've decided I want to do is just add just maybe a few polka dots just here, just to make it a bit more whimsical. So here we are. Not overthinking this at all, just putting them where they fit. And this is a metallic paint marker. There were lots of different styles of paint markers in the set that I received. They're really juicy. They're lovely, actually. And I should dig these out and use them a bit more. But that looks lovely, doesn't it? So that's that. And then I also thought as well that I could add a flower. Here it is. Now this is just an artificial flower. I want to take the little plastic bits off this. And here we go. And then I'm just going to cut this here. So let's try and cut this as close to the flower as I can. And then I'm just going to glue this on to her hat. And I think that's the perfect finishing touch. Isn't that pretty? On this page next to the page I did called Betty Broom, and I'm just wondering whether I might be able to use one of these. I could maybe have the toadstool this way round, or the poppy head this way round. I really like the poppy head with the orange. I don't know, I think I'm going to have a play around with this. I think these make great page fillers, just to speed up the process and, you know, just fill some of your pages that you don't quite know what to do with. Again, I've just inked around the edges. I have left myself a border just so that we've got some of the cream showing and some of the background. And I just think that's a great page filler and matches really well with Betty Broom on the right hand side. Let's see if we can add a few touches of our own detail to this page here as well. I am just going to add a few dots here just to try and brighten things up a bit. And I also think that a few dots just in the bottom. Just make it a bit more whimsical. I like that. Maybe we can just add some dots in a row down here. See, I like how that looks. And then maybe just some lines here, some sketchy lines. And you see, I love that. I really like how that looks. It's just brightened the whole page. I'm wondering if we can do something similar with the leaves. Sketchy again, doesn't have to be perfect. And I think the lighter you go, the better it looks. I don't want them to be full lines either, just light, sketchy details. So adding a few dots just to the outside of the orange as well. And again, I just think it makes it your own. Maybe we could add a few just around the centre as well, and I'm going to leave it there just like that. You all know me, once I start doodling I can't stop, and I just felt that I just wanted to add a few doodles just to the centre of these leaves here as well. I think that looks so pretty. I think that's definitely the right thing to do. So just being really loose about this, just a few dots, not too many, only a few. But how cool does that look? Trying to put them in a random pattern as well, so that they're not in a kind of straight line. Yeah, I love how that looks. To move swiftly on from this page before I'm tempted to do any more. So next up I want to try and do something with this page here and these two pages. We've got the fairies, we've also got some butterflies and things going on here. So I'm just wondering whether we can do something with these beautiful butterflies that are included in this magazine. So I'm just going to put my thinking cap on and see how I might be able to incorporate these into these few pages here. I think the image of this mobile is absolutely beautiful, but it's just too wide and big to add to any of my pages. So I'm wondering whether I can cut just this end piece off here and use this on the narrow page. So maybe use this here somehow, and then maybe keep this part to use on one of the other pages. So I think I'm going to tear this page out and cut it up on the paper trimmer. You can see I've cut the end strip off, and I'm wondering whether I can have this something like that perhaps. I think what I'll do is take this page out. Let me do it from the other way around. Here we are. Move that off to one side. And for anybody who wants to know how I made my journal, I'll leave the link to the tutorial in the description box below. Now I think I'm going to glue that on there like that. I'll just add my glue to this part here. It's a whole pile of glue stick over the background. I want to line that up with the top, and then smooth that down, and then I can cut the excess off this page here. That's that. And then I'm wondering whether we can have one of these larger butterflies just to fill this space here. And which one do I think would work well? Now I'm trying not to be too concerned about what's on here because you won't see it. It's in a different place in the journal, but I do like this butterfly here nonetheless. So I think I'll go ahead and fussy cut this one out. There we have it. I've cut out my butterfly. I think that's going to look perfect. I do want to add a tiny bit of washi tape just down this line here. And my butterfly can just go on the bottom of the page here. Now I feel as if I need something at the bottom of my string, so I'm pulling out that paint marker pen again, and let's just add a heart. Just want something at the bottom of the page just to make that look a bit more finished. And then I'm just going to glue this on, and all I'm going to do is just apply glue just to the body of the butterfly, just so that it's dimensional, and then I can draw on some antenna. Notice that none of the butterflies have got antenna, so let's just add some. Now, I really like this Marvi Uchida fine liner pen. I've got some of the Staedtler ones. I've also got some of the Faber-Castell Pitt pens. I much prefer this. It's smoother to write with. So there we have it. And isn't that a cute page? So I'm just going to add that back into the journal. I couldn't resist adding a few polka dots to the heart either, but onto the next spread. I want to do something with this spread here. Now, my goodness me, decisions. We've got the, oh, hang on, let me just sort my bracelet out because this is driving me mad. Here we go, turn it around the other way. I had planned on using the butterflies, but I turned the page over and we've just got this beautiful, beautiful tree. So I think what I'm going to do is chop this off. It's going to be short. I think I want to add this to the side and over part of this page here. I'm going to trim this off and then I need to find something to fill the top and the bottom with. So let's see if we can do that. Planning on having the tree on the left hand side of the page, but that means that I would need a filler at the top, filler at the bottom, and then something on this side here as well, and that's not going to work for me. So change of plan. I'm going to put it on this side here. I'm just going to take this page out and I'm just going to add some washi tape at the top and the bottom. I've got this beautiful washi tape here which is gold and purple, which matches really well with my background, and so I'm just going to add some of this at the top and the bottom. I am going to use stick because this isn't very sticky. It's quite an old one and it's kind of lost its sticky. Let me just grab a piece of parchment paper. So just a tiny bit of glue all the way along, and as I've said, I'll just pop a piece of this on top and bottom. There are the washi tapes down. Oh, make sure I've got it the right way up. I don't want to glue this on upside down. And then I can pop this on here. Doesn't that have a beautiful oriental feel about it as well? So I'm just going to stick this on as well. So glad I chose that side. I think that page is beautiful and love the oriental feel that the washi tape has given it. Now at the bottom of the page there was a poem. I've cut a lot of the words off from the left hand side when I chopped the butterflies off from the other side of the page, but I've managed to piece a poem together, and I've got enough words here to say, have you seen that lovely tree, dark brown trunk and leaves of green? It's been there for me, how much I love that simple tree. And so I'm just going to cut those words out there and place that on my page. There we are. I've just added the words. So have you seen that lovely tree, dark brown trunk and leaves of green? It's been there for me, how much I love that simple tree. I love that. I think that's really cute. So I just need to find something now to add to the left hand page. This is the image that I've decided I want to add to the left hand page. So I'm just going to cut this out and I'm just going to fussy cut around it, and then I need to choose a background. I had every intention of adding this to the left hand side of the page and finding some kind of background to go with it, but just look how cute it looks here. I think that makes for such a fun and whimsical page, so that's where I'm going to pop it. So I'm just going to glue that down. Of course now I need to come up with plan B for the left hand side. Absolutely love how this page has turned out. I think that's just so adorable. I love that. Now, what should we do with the left-hand side? I have been looking through the magazine and I'm wondering whether I can do something with this background paper here. If I turn it upside down, we've got this beautiful flower, which I think goes really well with the colour scheme. So I think I'm going to cut this out and let's try this. I think that's perfect for the left-hand side, and you can see that I've already taken the page out. Now, whilst I've got this one here, what I think I'm going to do, because of course I've got this butterfly wing on the other side, I think I'm going to add a little piece of this washi tape. It's the same washi that I used for the top and the bottom. I love how the washi tape on the back of the butterfly looks. It ties the 2 pages together. I know some of you think it's probably a little bit over the top and fiddly, but you know, it's the small details that tie everything together. Now I've pulled out the 2 pages of butterflies, and looking at these, I think that this one here is going to be my best option. So I'm just going to fussy cut this out, and the easiest way to do it is to just cut it down slightly and go from there. Fussy cut my butterfly out, and I'm just going to apply a little bit of glue to the back, just again to the body, bit on the outside, just to give it something to grab to. And where do I want this to go? I think about there. Isn't that just lovely? That goes so well with that beautiful background. Butterfly finishes that page off really well. The colours go really well with the opposite side. I love how it's dimensional, so I can still see the leaves underneath. I'm going to leave that be because I don't want to end up ripping it. But yeah, I think that's a lovely spread. Just one more page and then I'm calling it done for today. Excuse me, I've got a really croaky voice. I've got Toby here and I keep popping in and out and giving him a run around outside. And my goodness me, for the first time ever, allergies are really affecting me this year. I have never ever suffered with hay fever, but oh my gosh, it's really given me a hard time this year. Now, I think that this image here is the perfect size for this page, so I'm just going to cut this out. Now, I want to keep this border here, and I'm just going to cut just around his head. Or her head. Is it he or a she? I'm not sure. So I'm just going to fussy cut this out like so. And then I'm going to take this off to the paper trimmer and just trim this down. I will have a little bit of writing, but I'll have to find something to cover that up. I cut my image out, and I'm wondering whether I can do something with this first page here. I keep referring to this and haven't found a use for it, but I just think colour-wise, it just goes really well. I love the text as well, so I think that's what I'm going to use as my background. So I just need to find something then just to cover up this piece of text here. Fiddling around with this page for absolutely ages. I cut out another couple of the designs from this same artist. I've got the moth here and the hare, and I'm just wondering whether I can position them something like this. So having the hare at the bottom of the page like this to cover up the text writing, the blue and the embroidery just goes absolutely beautifully. And so I'm thinking something like this. Let's see if we can have the moth reaching the top of the page again, but still overhanging, and I think that's going to look really good. So I think I'm going to fiddle around and glue that down, something like that. Glued all of my elements down. I love how this looks, but I still feel as if it's missing something from the right hand corner. So I've pulled out a sticker from a sticker set. Now this is one from a pack I got from the washi tape shop. Couldn't find anything in Daphne's diary that was the right colour and right size to fit. So I think I'm just going to pop that down there like that, and I think that will finish off my page really nicely. I'm leaving the video here for today. I finished the first part of the journal, and all I've got left now are these few pages here, and then that's it. It's completely done. So let me just show you what I've done today. Of course, this page here, where's it gone? This one. Love how that turned out. What else did I do? Oh gosh, hang on. Oh, this one here, really happy with how that turned out as well. I think all the doodling just made all the difference. Love how it works with gorgeous Betty Broom. This page here with the butterflies on it. This one here, another butterfly page. Absolutely love this one. This one is my favourite. And then I think there's one more as well, isn't there? Where is it? Is it at the back of the journal? Oh, here we go. This one here. I love this one here as well. Again, a really simple page, just a bit of doodling and the flower, and that's it. I do hope that you've enjoyed today's video and that it's given you some ideas and inspiration for using these beautiful, beautiful magazines. As always, I'd very much appreciate a thumbs up. Do let me know what you think in the comments below. Now, I will be back soon because I think I mentioned in my last video, I have received issue number 4 of Daphne's diary. I don't want to use it to finish off this journal. I think I'd rather stick with the magazines that I've already got to finish this one off, and then use issue number 4 to start a new one. So I'll be back hopefully next week to finish off these last few pages. You know, only four or five left. I'm very slow. I like to coordinate my journals, take my time just to make sure that, you know, everything is aesthetically pleasing. That's just the way that I work. But, you know, I thoroughly enjoy the process and I hope you do too. So many thanks for watching. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.